Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is our second lecture on chapter 6, that is population in India. Till now we have studied the concept of population, what are the various trends and theories of population growth. We'll continue the same chapter today. So our first topic for today is population explosion in India. Population explosion is a situation where the growth of population is faster than the growth and development of the economy. Now, population explosion in India is due to high birth rate followed by a low death rate. So, we'll see the causes of population explosion in the slides to come. One of the major cause of population explosion is the high birth rate. Now we'll see why India faces the problem of high birth rate. The first reason being illiteracy. The percentage of illiterates in the country is reasonably high. The attitude of illiterate people towards marriage and childbirth has remained rigid. Low level of literacy among females is also responsible for high birth rate. Another cause of high birth rate is the universalization of marriage. In India, marriage is considered as both religious and social obligation. Even with the spread of education, the attitude of people towards marriage remains unchanged at large. Age of marriage. In India, the legal age of marriage is relatively lower compared to other countries. It is 18 years for females and 21 years for males. Low age of marriage has also resulted in high birth rate. Preference for male child. Many Indian parents are opting to continue having children until they have a son or desired number of sons. This is known as son preference. Another cause of high birth rate is the joint family system. There is no individual financial responsibility in a joint family. Therefore, the existence of joint family is also responsible for high birth rate in India. High birth rate is also caused because of the dependence on agriculture. Indian agriculture is driven by manpower. In India, there is over dependence on agriculture. More number of children in the family means more labor force available for the field work, and hence the high birth rate. Widespread of poverty is also responsible for high birth rate. Poor people prefer large families because they feel that more children means greater economic support. Lack of awareness about family welfare services. Most of the people are ignorant about the availability of various means and techniques of family planning. This results in high birth rate, and high birth rate causes population explosion. Now, another reason for population explosion is the low death rate. Low death rate can be caused because of multiple reasons. We'll see some of the causes of low death rate in this particular slide. So the first one is improvement in medical and health facilities. Due to the widespread increase in medical and health facilities, epidemics like plague, cholera, malaria, tuberculosis and so on have almost been eradicated, which results in low death rate. Another cause of low death rate is the decline in maternal mortality rate. Over a period of time, death rate of women dying during maternity has declined due to the improvement in medical facilities, which contributes to population explosion. Fall in infant mortality rate is another cause for low death rate. Due to better medical facilities, there has been a decline in infant mortality rate from 146 per thousand in 1951 to 64 per thousand in 2002. And in the recent survey, it has only been 47 per thousand. This improvement is because of the improvement in literacy among women, also better care for infants, and as a result there is decline in infant mortality rate. Now, increase in literacy. Better education will help the people to take care of their life and the needs of their children in a better way. Education has helped the people to come out of their blind faith, beliefs, and ignorance, which have indirectly contributed to low death rate. Use of nutritious food. Education has created awareness about health and nutrition. Percentage of children and women dying due to malnutrition and ill health was quite high. These death rates are now brought under control by providing proper diet, for example, midday meal program in schools and so on. Now, another cause for low death rate is disaster management. The National Disaster Management Authority was constituted in 2005. This helps to mitigate all types of disasters, thereby reducing the loss of lives. Many other factors like education, social reforms, rapid urbanization, improvement in standard of living, campaigns are all responsible for creating awareness among the people. Because of all these reasons, the death rate have declined, which have contributed to the population explosion in India. As we have seen, India faces the problem of population explosion. Now we'll see some of the measures to check the population explosion or to control the population explosion. To control the problem of population explosion in India, following measures needs to be undertaken. The first one being economic measures. Economic measures can raise the standard of living of the people and help to reduce the population growth. Some of the important economic measures are expansion of industrial sector, creation of employment opportunities, removal of poverty, equitable distribution of income and wealth. Another measure to control population explosion are the social measures. Population explosion is a socio-economic problem. It is related to illiteracy, superstition, orthodoxy, low status of women, and so on. So, different social measures like spread of education, improving the status of women, raising the minimum age of marriage can contribute to the control of population explosion. Another way of controlling population explosion is the population policy of India. Now, population policy was implemented through different programs. The first one is Family Planning Program. This program was launched in 1952 with the objective of reducing the birth rate. Family planning refers to planned parenthood. It is a measure in which birth of a child is determined by choice and not by chance. Family planning program was not successful due to lack of awareness among the people, false religious beliefs and inconsistent policies of the government. Therefore, another program came into being. The second program was the family welfare program. Family planning program was renamed as Family Welfare Program in 1979. It attempted to integrate the family planning services with those of maternal child health and nutrition. And then came the National Population Policy in the year 2000. The government introduced this policy to control population and to improve its quality. Some of the important features of National Population Policy are the free and compulsory school education up to the age of 14 years, reduce infant mortality rate to below 30, universal immunization of children against all vaccine preventable diseases, delayed marriage for girls, prevention and control of communicable diseases. All this was undertaken by the National Population Policy Program with the aim to achieve a stable population by 2045. So these are some of the measures to check the population explosion in India. Now we'll study population as a human resource. We have seen what you mean by population in a particular country, how population explosion hampers economic growth and development. Now we'll study how population can contribute to the growth and development, how population can be used as a human resource for the development of a country. Now, population constitutes a nation's valuable resource. Nature's bounty becomes significant only when people find it useful. It is people with their demands and abilities that turn them into resources. Human resource is the ultimate resource. Healthy, educated and motivated people develop resources as per their requirements. Human resources, like other resources, are not equally distributed all over the world. They differ in their educational levels, age and sex. Their numbers and characteristics also keeps on changing. So all this should be used effectively for the development of a nation. The United Nations Development Programme has introduced the concept of human development in the year 1990. Human development means enlargement of all human choices, economic, social, cultural or political. It is the enrichment of human lives which is the real wealth of the society. Now we'll study the role of human resource in economic development, how human resource can contribute to the nation's development. Human development is an end while economic growth is a means to achieve this end. So human conditions should be improved, because if human condition will be improved, the nation will progress. Human development can contribute to reduction in civil disturbances in a society and increased political stability. Human development is concerned with widening not merely income choices but covering all aspects of human development, whether it being economic, social, cultural or political aspect. Human resource development occurs through provision of educational facilities, increase in literacy rate, especially among women. This contributes to population control. Human resource development contributes to the improvement in life expectancy and literacy rate. This further improves the quality of life. Human resource development helps to bring about research and development. It motivates research in various educational institutions. It leads to increase in human productivity. That is health and education, which results in higher productivity. Concept of human development is universal by nature. It applies to less developed as well as highly developed countries. In short, human development embraces the entire society. So we have completed the topic of population explosion and the role of human development in overall nation's growth in this particular lecture, and that's all for today. Thank you.